You recording?
Recording. Welcome,
All right.
guys.
We just got a text message from our guest for today, and he says he has no idea what his Skype name is. So we're about 50-50 on whether be real will even joining us. But here we are for our, what, is this our third time in a row?
This is our third time.
Wow.
We're.
I'm going to text Bryan real quick and tell him to figure it out. So
I'm surprised we're continuing to do this. So thank you guys
I'm
for.
surprised you made it this far too, because frankly, you're just not that entertaining to listen to.
Right? I don't know how.
It must be me.
I don't know how I've got 4 years of marriage under my belt.
I'm not sure either.
She puts up with a lot. That's all I gotta say.
Yep, she must. All right, guys. Well, we're just gonna get right into it.
Well, instead of what are you drinking, we're gonna do what's in your hand this week, real quick. We're going the non-alcoholic route, ginger beer, quite tasty.
Interesting.
Pick it up sometime. What's in your hand, Eric?
Wait a second. Aren't ginger beers just mixings? I didn't know anyone actually drank them.
Oh, no, they are drinks.
I've only had it in Moscow Mules or something else.
No, these are quite tasty drinks. And they're right next to the root beer. They're right next to the Jones sodas.
Pretty sure it's in the mixing aisle, right next to the grenadine.
You go find it next time you're at some Iowa grocery store in some podunk city called Des Moines, and then you let me know.
I will, and in fact, we're going to put a poll on our league homepage just to say, ginger beer, what is it? A drink or a mixer?
Tell us. You tell us, guys.
You tell us, guys, all right? What's in my hand?
What's in your hand?
Doritos.
Ooh. So is that a dipping chip, or is that a solo chip you eat on its own? I don't know. I used to eat those on their own, but they don't really mix well with.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll continue on.
It's clearly just a chip you eat on its own. All right, I gotta make a note of that. There is a survey or a poll this week on the homepage.
Go vote, guys. You'll have more than one thing to vote for, by the way.
Yep. There's something else to vote on later on.
Just a hint.
So we're gonna go to our scores from last week, which were
abysmal. They were abysmal.
They were not abysmal. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scores over 100 out of 8.
Well, the other 3 were abysmal.
Yeah, Fruity kind of skewed the numbers, but we throw out Fruity, and they were pretty solid numbers.
They were.
Last week we were pretty lame.
What was the high last week?
Last week's high?
Wasn't it 130, 140?
Yeah. Sorry. Last week I did not talk about who won the $10 for the week. Last week it was Paul. He won $10. So
what was his score?
120.
120. Okay. So
in week 1, I won the $10. Then Paul won the $10, and this week's winner is Jade.
Jagging off.
Jade got $10 added to his score. So it's every time you win a week, your plan goes. I'm only $90 in. Paul and Jade only $90.
I'm still $110 in, and we're coming up.
Yeah,
we'll get to that, but we're coming up to the border chest. So
yeah, we'll talk about that later. But you're 0-3, so you're not going to make the playoffs. You're not going to win any money. So you better just shoot for winning weeks.
I don't know. I'm making some moves here in week 3, coming into week 4, making some moves.
Yeah, we're talking about the moves later. Let's stop with this foreshadowing, all right?
Well, I can't help it. They're just some big,
it's killing me.
Big moves.
All right, this week's scores, right?
This week's.
Really nothing.
Nothing. Well, it's Fruity.
Except for that one. You didn't let me finish my sentence. Jeez.
We go milk and chocolate. We go hand in hand.
Sure. Yeah, Bryan, who last week was ranked 7, destroyed Fruity with 75 points. Bryan put up 75 points and destroyed Fruity.
I don't know if that's just not a good sign for Well, I guess I was gonna say that's not a good sign for our league, but I'm also not a good sign for our
Yeah,
league.
you're not a very
So the
good rep.
three of us are not a good sign for our
Yeah.
league. And it was just
The other upset was Paul over Patrick. That was a little bit closer game with Paul put up 115 to Patrick's 89, and Patrick was undefeated. So now they're both 2-1. They're pretty even teams.
yep.
Other than that, it was the top team that came out on top. I beat Derek.
I lost to who did I lose to?
You lost to Jade.
That's who it was. Yeah.
But you don't feel all that bad about yourself because you lost to the guy who scored the most points this week.
Right.
So there's that. I guess
I had a decent week. I had Jordy Nelson blow up. I picked up Matt Ryan to take over for Kirk Cousins. Jacob, I finally got rid of that tight end who wasn't doing a thing. Fleener, New Orleans, for Jacob Tammy. I just had a couple running backs, which is why I went shopping for running backs. My running backs blew Bryan's short. We'll go back to this. Blue Bryan's short penis. If he even joins us, I don't know, but yeah. So it was. I didn't feel too bad about the loss going up against the highest score, but
I'd consider it your first win. Maybe we'll give you like a half a win for that one because you put up 10.
I like that.
Well, maybe, but I'm not going to guarantee anything.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's a dictatorship. Remember.
I have not forgotten, Eric. I have not forgotten.
All right, let's do your power rankings first. How about that? What do you
Sounds
got?
good.
All right.
I've got myself at number 8. Is that the first time I've got that right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the only
100% right now.
I'm the only 0-3 team out there. But I will say this, that I have the most points against. Whatever that's worth, that could be the 0.5 win, but I still have myself at last. I need to show something on the win column for that to change. The next one I've got, it's going to show here, but is Bryan coming in at 7, Pat at 6. We'll just roll through these quick since I'm showing them on my screen. Derek at 5. I bumped Fruity down to 4. I mean, that 43 was piss poor. So that got him down to 4 for me. Paul down to 3, or up, I should say, up to 3. Where was he last time on my rankings? Yeah. Jade skyrocketed on my board up to 2, which leaves the dictator at number 1. I don't know, guys. You let me know if we. Oh, is that a Hail Hitler? Is that a?
No, I'm waving the crowd.
Okay. Well, so
to my ring fans, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, you're one fan, Riley, next to you, eating your chips.
Yeah, she's just whining for chips right now.
So how does that? I mean, well, let me roll back here. I think the biggest drop was Fruity for me. I had you at. I don't know why I had you at 5 last week. I guess that was the biggest jump. You to number 1. I'm glad I've got Pat down there. I guess that was the other big drop. Pat from number 1 to number 6 for me.
Yeah.
So Pat brings up other questions though that we'll get to.
So we're not close very much.
We're not close on this one? I thought we were going to be closer.
Well, let me look at this. We the middle chunk we're all mixed up. But I guess we got the top 2 and the bottom 2. Like,
okay.
I've got Fenner at 8, Be Real at 7, and then I've got me at 1, Jade at 2, which you had to throw out that you've had the most points scored against you. I just want to point out that I've had the most points scored, whatever that's worth.
No one cares. No one
I'll
cares.
throw that out. Then my number 6, I have Derek. So he's staying at 6. He lost, but he put up 121 points. And then I dropped Fruity to 5.
Okay.
You dropped him to 4. And then I've got Paul at 4, going up a spot with a win. And you've got him at 3rd.
Yep.
And then I've got Patrick at 3 with a loss at 89. He went down 1 spot.
Ooh.
But it was, he lost to Paul. He didn't lose to Be Real like Fruity did. So
Yep.
Patrick just went down 1 spot. I didn't mix it around. I don't think as much as you did.
I think there might be a theme with my rankings. I don't know.
Yeah, you're very dramatic.
I don't know if you guys are catching on to my theme, but
Yeah, you were in the week that just happened.
hey,
So
there could be a benefit to that. We'll see.
yeah, we'll see. So there's our power rankings. All
Not bad. I'd say we're getting to, at least you and I, we're getting to a good common ground, some good differences.
the middle 4. I'm gonna have to figure out. Take some thoughts from you, some more thoughts from me, and put out a ranking tomorrow. So we'll go ahead and do that.
At least take one of my thoughts. You don't have to take them all. Just take.
Yeah, well, I might take one.
Take one.
I might do that. You never know. So yeah, there's our power rankings.
There it is, guys. Let us know.
4.
Well, then the dictator. I guess we got to wait till the dictator comes out with your official ones. But that's what we got. That leads us.
With that, is your microphone covered? Why are you so muffled?
No, it's not covered. Is it working?
Yeah, it's working now, but you can just move something.
I've got a hair down there.
Anyway, let's go on. Our next topic of discussion is Patrick.
Like I said,
we've got a little bit of an issue. Do you want to explain this?
Well, we've got a couple issues. We've always had an issue, and a lot of people have issues with Pat. But this week, the issue has to do with your name, Pat. Your team name.
His name.
Your name, not Patrick Murray, which is up for debate as well. We don't know where you were born. We could use a birth certificate. But your team name, Pat. Your team name. Make America Gronk again? Gronk again. So anyone that was looking at that would think, like you have Antonio Brown, which is in your team name, which I didn't tie together last week. But
you didn't tie what together?
Remember, I was like, Brown Lives Matter? What does that have to do? Black players? White players? I didn't realize you had Antonio Brown on your team.
You should have admitted that, because that makes you seem like an idiot.
Hey, that could have been assumed.
Okay, that's besides the point. Keep going.
So you would assume that, Pat, we would assume that Gronkowski was on your team. For one, he's not even on his roster, nor his bench, and we all know how much I love bench players. He's not even on his bench. Number 2, which is kind of going into the next topic, I'll skip that. We'll just stay to number 1, that you don't even have Gronkowski on your roster.
And if I were Brian, who is the owner of Rob Gronkowski, I would be furious. I would be furious because that is just stealing. It's terrible. It's terrible.
I don't even know what to compare that to. I mean, you could compare that to the recent debates, but I don't even know what to compare it to them. So, but that leads us to our next topic. Not only did he not have him in there,
Not yet. I think we got to hit you a little bit.
I can't hear you.
Why not?
There. Now you're good.
I think we have to issue a little bit of a challenge to him to come up with a creative name. I know he'll just ignore it and and be stubborn and just be on his all high horse about his great naming abilities. But show a little creativity with the players you got. What has he got on there? He's got Matthew Stafford. He's got a player with his own last name on his team. You can't use that? Ezekiel Elliott. You could go like Easy E, pretty easy. Like,
ooh, that's even a good one. Easy, pretty easy.
Easy E,
Or I'm pretty easy, because Pat, you're pretty easy.
Sterling Shepard. That seems like it'd be a good name. Something with Shepard. I don't know. He's got his Vikings. His Viking player Stephon Diggs, who's pretty good. You could play off that name somehow.
I have a lot of doubts in Pat's creative ability now that he lives in Milwaukee. So we'll see.
Well,
but I still want to challenge. I'd love to challenge you, Pat.
Yeah, come up with a name with your players in it, or just a better name in general. So, you want to move on to what you were talking about next?
Yeah, I would like to. Now that I'm back on that train after you.
Hold on one quick second. Brian just texted us, said, I don't have Skype on my new computer. All right. Brian might not be joining us because he's just now realizing that he cannot get on Skype.
How did he make it to where he is today?
You know what? I was the one who invited him last week. I think I overrode you. You said Jade, right?
I said Jade.
And I'm going to let you choose this week because that was a bogey on my part. I apologize.
That was pretty poor, but yeah. I've lost faith in Brian.
If you can't come on, then the choosing is up to you.
Okay, I'll think about that.
We'll wait till the end to choose.
In the meantime, yep. In the meantime, we'll move on to our next topic, which comes from Pat's tight end debacle. Not only did he not have Gronkowski, I'm sorry, but he started an injured tight end, just like yourself.
I didn't. No. I did worse than that.
What did you do?
I started a tight end who got cut the Saturday before the game.
That's way worse.
Yeah, he was.
That's pretty bad. I don't know. Like, what are you guys doing? Are you not checking? I have almost a 6-month-old, and I'm checking. Thanks to Callie, I'm checking rosters the morning of. What are you guys doing on a Sunday morning that you can't go and pick up a tight end or even go check your roster? What's up with this?
No, it would have been pretty bad for me, especially if I lost, but I didn't lose, so I'm not real worried about it.
That's pretty crazy, and you're a little on the lucky side for that one.
No, I probably would have won the $10 if I had a player in that position. So.
Okay.
But Patrick lost without a tight end, so
that could be what hurt him.
Not many tight ends put up how many points he lost by, though. What did he lose by? 26 points.
Yeah. So he could have put it in there and still lost. But yeah. So I mean that's my only tight end rant. I don't know what you guys are doing, but I will say this on my love with bench players. I'm starting to dislike bench players this week, this week, because I had that Fuller from Houston, who I was all about. I was really high on this guy. I go and start him, and he got me 4 points. 4 points. 4 points.
Well,
so to Jade's point, I think it was Jade, whoever it was. Bench players don't score points, and they truly do not score you points. So I'm moving on from my love with bench players after this week.
Okay. Well, it's good to hear.
Yeah.
So next one you got is some free agent pickups over the last week. Let's see here. A good one that I'm gonna point out that was a Oh, Brian just texted. He says his Skype name is Bryan Johnsen with a space. It looks like so, just like it's spelled. So I'm gonna tell him we're gonna call him when we're ready.
Well,
Okay.
if he pulls it through, I'll be surprised. Or pulls it out, whatever you wanna.
So anyway, the free agent pickup that I want to highlight because it was someone I had on the waivers and someone else grabbed him. Fenner, it's you. You grabbed Kristen Michael.
Woo!
That was a fantastic pickup.
Well,
because
I did have the first waiver order, so I mean, I'll take that. But yeah, it was hard not to pick him up. He's been doing pretty well over at Seattle. Let's see here. You know, the first couple games was only 7 points, but I don't know what happened. He lit it up last week. Was there an injured player or what?
Let me inform you, because obviously your pickup was just sheer luck. But his backup, or the guy he was splitting roles with, Thomas Rawls,
Yep.
Got injured and sucks balls. So they realized that they're just going to go straight with a good running back instead of a bad one too. So he's going to be more into the lineup, and that's,
well, that's
going to be
huge for me.
I'm predicting.
I don't know about his first name.
What?
I don't know about his first name. Christine?
I think it's pronounced Kristen.
Same thing.
I don't know. But dropped T.J. Yeldon.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, started off with a touchdown. That was his only thing. He had less than 40 yards in each of his first 3 games. I'm done with trying to get him in there. So.
Okay. All right. The other pickup, I got Kyle Rudolph. That pains me because he's Viking.
Yeah, but.
And really bad echo over here. What did you just do?
No, that was that was a email notification. Some people do email me. Yeah, it looks like, man, Kyle Rudolph's been doing well with Sam Bradford under center. So
yeah.
I'm excited to see how that Viking does for your Packer fanatic team.
Yeah. So the other pickups, which were
Paul.
pretty uneventful.
Yep. Paul added a
Paul,
defense.
Yep. Then Derek. He picked up Jordan Howard after dropping Jeremy Langford. Okay. So there's that.
Yep. Yeah, those are pretty uneventful. But, you know, pickups are starting to increase a little bit here. Looks, well.
Remember, you only get 15.
15, and how many weeks in the season are there? 12. That means. Nope. I've got nothing there. I thought I was. Welcome to my brain, guys. Welcome to my brain. I was going to say I'm already behind the 8 ball, but it looks like I only got a couple free agent pickups, so we're looking good. Paul and I both have 2. Derek's got 2. You have 2. That's about it. Jade has 1. So everyone else is saving up their pickups.
All right. So ready to.
Well, we missed the trade, guys. We got our first trade of the week of the year. I'm sorry. Along with
You're muffled again. I can't hear you.
Okay. Along with my rush for running backs with the pickup with Kristen or Christine, in that same motion, same movement of the mouse, I traded Jordy Nelson for DeMarco Murray, not to be confused with Patrick Murray's
Latavius Murray.
family member. So both are pretty hot. Eric, I don't know if you have any opinions on this, or if we just want to let it go to vote. But definitely, guys, make sure you get your votes in.
Yeah, go for it. I frankly think that this trade makes Bennett's team way worse.
Really? Why is that?
Because you're trading away Jordy Nelson. Didn't he just put up like 27 points for you?
He did, but I won't go back to it, but I had a couple wideouts on the bench that got me high teens. So, and it's if you look at my running backs last week, both of them put up 10 points combined. So I needed to move one of my wideouts to get some people in there because of my AP pickup first round is on the injured reserve. So I can't. I've got to do something, Eric. I've got to move my players, and I'm 0-3. If you forgot that, I'm 0-3.
No, I remember.
I've got nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, well.
So, go vote, guys. Even if it makes my team worse, I should be telling you to go vote because it makes my team worse, and it makes everyone else better.
So, with that, let's do predictions quick. I just told Brian to add me because I could not find him on Skype.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look for him.
Could you?
I'm not gonna waste my time with that.
I think he was just telling me his name in general.
Is Bryan Johnsen because we've been calling him Be Real for so long?
He just said my name is Bryan Johnsen. Yeah, so.
Yeah, a lot of people have that name, Brian. We can't.
Bryan Johnsen, which is really clever.
Yeah.
So
Okay, let's move on to.
We can get him in here. Oh.
Whoa! What was that?
I just got a request from someone, but it is not a Bryan Johnsen. Oh wait, yeah. His Skype name is like a bunch of letters and numbers. It's not Bryan Johnsen.
Well, add him in here.
You go ahead and go through the predictions while I try to add him in here.
Look at those. Look at those pretty faces. I'm pulling up the league right now.
Here it comes.
Uh-oh.
Here comes
Scary.
the man, the legend. Where is he?
Where is he? BJ.
Big pink BJ.
Look at this. Is about as big as this wiener right there. Those little dots.
Ryan.
Where are you?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let's go through this. We've got. We'll skip ours. Brian will touch on ours. That sounds awkward. We've got Patrick up against Brian. 2-1 Pat up against a 1-2 MKE Riots. It's a little skewed according to the screen. Brian only has 6 players starting right now. Who do you got? Pat or Brian?
I want to go Brian because his name is not Make America Gronk again. But unfortunately, I think Patrick's going to just destroy him.
I would have to agree on this one. I mean,
look at the line. The line. He's favored by 41 points.
Well,
that's like favored by a fruity.
I get that because Fruity only scored 43 points.
Yeah. No, he scored 48, but oh well.
Whatever it was, it looks like an 8.
Who do you think wins that one?
I got Pat. I think it's the same thing. Brian's had the same team name forever. I mean,
I don't even think it's writing there anymore.
Well, it probably not actually. I mean, I'd be surprised if it was. Yeah, he is gonna lose by. I'm gonna say he's losing by 30 next week.
All right, that's a win for him.
I would take. Yep.
Next one is Jade and Derek.
It's a close line, but I've got Jade taking this one.
Okay. I'm going Derek. This is my upset. I'm going Derek.
You got Derek? Okay.
Yep. I just think his team's better than what the predictions are. Roethlisberger. I mean, they've got Drew Brees outscoring Roethlisberger by 5 points right now. I think Roethlisberger just tosses up Antonio Brown all day long.
All day.
Yep. And then he's got some good players. Odell Beckham, Demaryius Thomas. Brian says it should work now, so I'll try to get him in here. What did you think on that game? You thought Jade?
I thought Jade. Yeah, he showed some pretty good score last week and the week before, didn't he? Or am I mistaken? So.
Yeah, he's had some good scores.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take him on that one.
All right, one more. Oh, here is Brian.
Oh, he says hello.
In the typing. He says, "Call me now." I am calling you now, right? Okay, just go on. What's the next? Let me. Oh, he's asking how. Oh my goodness.
Way to go, Eric. Why would you ever?
This is my fault. This is a double bogey.
Why would you ever?
Double bogey.
Oh man, we're getting close to an albatross on this one. Okay, the next one we've got Paul against Fruity.
You go for that. What do you think?
This one, this one goes towards my my Trojan Award. It's Fruity on this one. I've got Fruity. This is for you, Fruity.
Got Fruity beating Paul after putting up 48 points.
That's a true Trojan. That is a true Trojan.
That's a bold prediction.
As bold as they get. We'll see how that one turns out. I forget how I was on the first couple weeks. I was wrong last week with my award. I think I had Derek. I gave that one to Derek, and he lost it last week. So, Fruity, come through for me.
All right. So, what I'm going to ask you to do right now is give Brian a call, because I called him, and he's not answering. So, if it's on my end, fine. But give him one call and see how that works. Otherwise, I'm just going to FaceTime him in.
Well, it's calling his number. I don't know if I have...
Why did you just call his phone number?
I don't know. Man, this is...
All right, we're just going to do this. Talk about something interesting so that people can watch this.
This is the 21st century, Brian. Oh, man.
All right. Hold on, I'm calling him on my phone, so we're just going to do that.
This is the 21st century. You got to face it towards the screen, though.
All right, here he is. All right, Brian, so here's the deal. For some reason, it's not working. So, I'm just going to put my phone up to my webcam, and you're going to talk about your prediction for Fenner and my game this week. So hold on a second, and you can talk when you see the webcam.
Oh, no. Look at that trucker hat. Oh, my. Guys, I'm so sorry. Gosh. Okay, Brian. Now that you're finally with us, we do value your low 1 and 2 opinion, and, and we'd love to hear what you think about Eric and I's matchup.
First of all, I don't know which version of Skype you guys have, but I have the latest. And,
Can you hear him better?
Yep.
It's not working. Can you hear me? Is this going to work?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. I can hear you, unfortunately.
You look even better in person.
So, I'm going to be honest, I put zero research into this. But I will say that there's no chance in hell Fenner wins this game. Looking at your matchup here, Fenner, there's a lot of Qs next to almost every single one of your players.
Hey, I'm going to stop you there. Stop stealing a play out of my book. I'm the one that always goes towards the bench players and all these injured players. Find something new with that West Hampton hat.
Fenner, it's actually Wisconsin.
That's what it is.
I don't know what you're looking at. I'm looking at your starting lineup. You still need to put a running back in there, by the way. But a lot of Qs.
Look who's talking, Brian. You've got 3 people not started. Get your roster lined up.
I like to play it at the last minute. You know that. Did that last week, and I'd also like to say, Fruity, your team is awful. Pound down of the week.
It froze on that.
Anyway, the real worst to first is me, because I literally went from worst to first. I don't need to hear your predictions to know that. If you beat the best team, you should be first. Moving on, Eric, Brown Lives Matter. That's a racist name. It's hard for me to pick your team because of that, but every single...
Hey, Brian.
Yep, every player I line up against Fenner, we seem to have an advantage on every single one. So, Fenner, this is not looking good for you for the rest of the year.
Brian, what is this worth to you? You'll see it on the video, but as Eric introed the video with his song, I got down and I kneeled. I kneeled because of how racist Eric's team name is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put up a statement. So, if you could kneel with me, so we could get Eric's team name changed, I would greatly appreciate it. As a league, we're not going to squander First Amendment rights.
All right, I can respond to that. I'll give up my team name when they give up first place.
Just so you know, Eric, I live in the most racist city in the United States, Milwaukee, and I think your name is super racist. That's the thing a lot.
Okay.
So, Brian, would you kneel with me?
I will kneel, not during the national anthem, no, that's not right, but I'll kneel at other times. Maybe during, Sunday Night Football song and Carrie Underwood sings. We'll do that.
Okay. I'll kneel with you then.
I'd like to make a bonus pick. Looking ahead, I played Fenner, also known as a bye week for me. It's gonna be another pound down for Fenner. He's gonna be 0-5, calling it now.
Did you say that's in 2 weeks?
Yeah. All right, with that.
On that note, hang up on that guy. I'm sick of seeing that Wisconsin.
All right, Brian. Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
All right. You look great in that Pokemon hat. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
I'm glad we hung up on him early. That was awful.
So there.
All right.
Well,
You have my promise. As soon as I drop from first place in the power rankings, I will change my name.
all right, and I will stop kneeling. as soon
All
as
right.
you drop from the first
All right.
place in the
All right.
power ranking.
I'm not giving up that number one spot though.
Okay.
So we did the Trojan. We got to invite someone. So as we said earlier,
You had a
Brian was
double
my
bogey.
choice.
You had a double bogey.
Brian was my choice, and that was awful. He had a couple interesting nuggets, like that. I'm going to destroy Fenner. We all know that's true.
I mean,
It's
that's a
not
given.
though.
That's not even like interesting, Brian. What do you?
It's nothing creative. So because that was a huge bogey, because we're supposed to have Jade. You chose Jade, and I overrode it and said Jade doesn't have a webcam, and so I chose Brian, and that was awful. So it's your choice for next week. Who's gonna join us?
And did Jade tell us that he has a webcam?
I don't know. I didn't listen to his response when he responded. So you asked him. I didn't ask him. So
We're gonna
you
go
should
with
have-
Jade on this one. Jade, since Eric was pretty wrong in his decision last week to go with Brian, we're gonna go with Jade. We're gonna stick with it. Jade, we'll see you next week, Tuesday, around 5:30. Will you accept this invitation?
And one quick note for everyone who joins us in the future: make sure you have a Skype name, or we're not gonna jump through hoops for you.
Nope.
That's unacceptable.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Is that all we got?
That's all I got. Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
Okay, so remember to go vote on the trade. Remember to go vote on whether ginger beer is a drink or a mixer.
It's definitely a drink, guys.
And with that, you got any other notes?
I do. I'm gonna take USA in the Ryder Cup this weekend.
Bold prediction.
Ooh,
That's
S.
not really. I don't think that's really a bold prediction because when I was there yesterday, which by the way I was there yesterday, I didn't recognize a whole lot of names outside of Rose, Keimer, Westwood, like the normal guys.
Yep.
There were like 4 to 6 of them that I was like, "Who the hell are you?"
Then what are they doing picking them?
I don't know. I don't know who Andy Sullivan is or Matt Fitzpatrick.
Maybe it's a conspiracy theory. Maybe there's something else going on behind the ropes.
But you know, funny story. So I just got to tell this little story from last night or from yesterday. They had a celebrity Ryder Cup going on, right? And Phelps is there.
Oh no!
And no, it was actually kind of funny. So he wasn't a bad player. He hit a putt, and he was going up to mark it, and he's looking around his pockets. He's like, you know, he obviously can't find his ball marker. He puts his hand out to his caddy, and his caddy does the same thing. His caddy's looking through his pockets and stuff, and he doesn't have a ball mark. And so that he goes to his partner's caddy, and that guy's can't find a ball marker either. And there's like a couple thousand people around this green, right? And it's just quiet, and it's getting like awkwardly long. Like, why doesn't someone have a freaking ball marker? And so someone yells, "Put down a gold medal!"
And did everyone?
Everyone bursts into laughing, and Phelps kind of smirks, and he turns to the crowd, tips his cap, and everyone goes wild. They finally found a ball marker somewhere. I think it was a European team who had one.
It was a gold medal, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. But anyway.
Oh well, that's a good story, and I think even more evidence on why America is going to win this week.
Okay.
America.